Hello everyone. Wanted to do a video today going over the importance of weighing food because we have been getting a lot of inquiries and new people starting for nutrition. So it's very important. A lot of folks that are starting out doing the nutrition with me have not ever weighed food before. Or if they have weighed food before, they use these things. We're gonna go over why not to use these. Kind of want to do a couple different blocked series on this. So this is gonna kind of be the first one that we're going to do. So I started out with a little experiment with pasta. Now, as most of you know, and if you don't, know this. There's food like rice and pasta that when you look at the back and you see the serving, it's dry. So this one, for instance, 56 grams dry is one serving. So I don't know about you, but I mean, I do this now, but in the past, this is what I would do. Goes into the whole entire pot, cook it, and then you kind of just put on the plate and they're in the bowl, whatever the heck it is that you're eating, or if you're making like a casserole, throw it in the dish. That's not what I do anymore. So you weigh out 56 grams of this pasta, which is what I'm gonna do. Now, I don't know how good this is going to work. I don't even know if you guys can see that, but I am not good at reading upside down, so let's see. Now, I already did this, so this is kind of just backtracking to show you guys. And hopefully I have enough pasta left. 53, 54, 50, here we go. All right, so I got 56 on here. If you guys can see, there's 56 grams of pasta in this bowl. Now I'm gonna hold the bowl up for you guys to see. It's dry pasta. Dry pasta in a very small bowl. You can see the bowl fits in the palm of my hand. So we're not talking like a cereal bowl of pasta, guys. We're talking about a very, very small bowl of pasta. Fits in the palm of my hand. This is like the equivalent to like, what are those things called? Like the little, like when you're baking like tiramisu and stuff, it's kind of like the same size. So we got 56 grams of dry pasta here. Now, I'm gonna dump that back in here. So, I'm gonna scale zeroed out. Don't know if you guys can see that. So I now have, we'll figure this out. So I have now the pasta that I cooked. The 56 grams that I cooked. This is it, guys. This is a serving of pasta. So don't fool yourself when you're going out to the restaurants and everything. You guys are probably getting like a whole box of pasta on your plate or on your bowl. So as you can see this too, now we had 56 grams dry when we weighed it raw, which is how you're supposed to do it. So after we cook it, look at this, guys. It's 92 grams of pasta. 92 grams of pasta. So it fluffs up, and still, you can still see it in this little bowl. It's a little ramekin size. This is your serving, my friends. This is your serving of pasta. This is very important because if you're not weighing this before you're cooking it, you could be getting almost double the amount, depending on what kind it is. Also, you always want to be using the scale versus a measuring cup, and I'm going to show you guys why next. Now, this is not going to get 8. Maybe I'll give it to the dog, guys. All right, so next thing we're going to do is, I guess I'm just going to leave the camera here. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to do peanut butter. So this is one that a tablespoon can mean so many things. Before I started weighing it, I did not know what a tablespoon of peanut butter looked like. So a tablespoon to me was as much peanut butter that would go in the spoon. That was a tablespoon. No, you guys, that's not right. So here we go. This is my homemade peanut butter, guys, and I'm still making it and shipping it. If you are interested, you let me know. So, tablespoon of peanut butter. So this is my tablespoon. It's very old, so the T is worn off, but trust me, this is the tablespoon. So a tablespoon of peanut butter is 16 grams. So let's see. I zeroed out the scale here, and I'm going to scoop all here. So guys, this is not a tablespoon, okay? You want to level that guy off. So I'm going to level him off. Make sure that we've got a good amount in there. So, kind of like sand and putty. All right, so we got a tablespoon right there. There's a tablespoon, guys. So we're gonna measure it. Let's see if it's 16 grams. Now, because I actually leveled it, friends, it's not off by much. I'm gonna show you. It's 18. So it's not off by much. And that is truly because I leveled it. But how many of you, when you go to get your tablespoon, y'all know this is what you're doing. Y'all know that this is what your tablespoon looks like. So I'm gonna zero the scale out again. And if you're not leveling it, let's see what you're getting. So there's a tiny bit. There's a tiny bit left in there, but for the majority, I got it all out. So I just leveled it the first time. Second time, I did not level it. I kind of just scooped. So this is what we're getting, guys. If you are not leveling, 34. So I told you guys that 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is 16 grams. So 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is 32 grams. So essentially you're getting 2 tablespoons of peanut butter when you think you're only getting 1. So scale is very important. Please, please, please get rid of these measuring cups. Do not use them. Use the scale. Most scales that you can get. Now this one, we have 2 scales here. I don't know where the first one came from. We've had it forever. But this one, I got a second one when we were traveling, just to have. And I got it at Walmart. It was like $20. So they're cheap and they're great to use. So this one goes from grams, it goes to milliliters, pounds, ounces, fluid ounces, and that's about it. But the ones that you guys are gonna mainly use, grams, for most food. You can use it for meat too. I like to use the pounds and ounces for my meat, and the milliliters for drink or fluid ounces. So that's part 1. I'm gonna do some more of this kind of stuff. Remember, rice, pasta, you want to look on the label. If it says serving size dry, you weigh it dry. You need to know that. That's very important because we saw that this went from 56 grams to 93 just from cooking it. So need to be mindful of that. And then also with the peanut butter, please stay away from the measuring spoon. You are only going to hinder your progress. And not just peanut butter, it's almost anything. If you know, one thing is protein powder too. Anything with a scooper is disaster. Recipe for disaster. You can play around in your own kitchen if you have some stuff, if you want to try to weigh it with a spoon or a measuring cup and then put it on the scale and just see. And also products that you buy too. If you look on the back, like a piece of bread or for instance, an English muffin. Now during my prep, I would have half a bagel or half an English muffin every now and then. You divide that bagel in half, you're not necessarily getting half of the actual bagel. So if you look at the grams of a bagel and it says it's 100 grams, if you divide that in half, one half should be 50, one half should be 50. Well, it's not always that way. And it's just little things like that that can really mess your progress up. Now I know it's like just something that's like just so minimal and just sounds so stupid to worry about, but if you're doing that day after day, or if you're doing that for consecutive meals, or heaven forbid on every single thing that you're eating is off when you're recording it, that's adding up over time to a crazy number of excess calories and macronutrients. So just please be mindful. Another thing for MyFitnessPal, do not just type in whatever it is that you're eating and think that the first thing that comes up is that. You always, when you can, use the barcode feature in MyFitnessPal and scan a barcode on something that you're eating if you have it. So if you're at home and you're, for instance, eating this Banza pasta, there's no reason why you should not be scanning the barcode and searching in MyFitnessPal, unless you're just lazy and you don't feel like getting up off the couch, so if you're having a yogurt and you know it's in the fridge, come over to the fridge and scan the yogurt. Don't go on MyFitnessPal and type it in and hope that you're choosing the right one, because A, you might not be choosing the right one. B, sometimes people will input the wrong information. I've had that happen before. I've had stuff that I scanned come up with the wrong information. So that's another thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that the stuff that you're scanning is coming up with the proper nutritional values too. MyFitnessPal, if you look for anything with a green check mark next to it, so if you type in, like, I don't know, broccoli, cooked broccoli, and something comes up with a check mark, I shouldn't have used that example because you could cook your broccoli in oil, if you're just like boiled broccoli. So put the broccoli in a pot, boil it on the stove, pretty disgusting, but hey, if you do it that way, and then you can see if there's a green check mark for like boiled broccoli, that is going to be a generic boiled broccoli. Anything with a check mark, you know, like a skim milk, universal, same kind of nutrition around the block for a glass of skim milk. So if you type in skim milk, you know, you can always scan the barcode, but something like that, something that's pretty universal, you always want to make sure too you're weighing your fruit. Just don't put in 1 medium banana or 1 medium apple. You want to weigh that thing. I know it just sounds ridiculous, but it's these little things that will hinder your progress. And the doorbell rang, so I gotta go, guys.